Happy morning, fellow Toastmasters guests and my friends, everyone. Before we Before we start the meeting, I'd like to read some house rules for SGBD Toastmaster Club. The first is be present and be on time, like all of you have been. Arrive early and stay until the end because your presence do matter. And the second is rename yourself. Oh, we have not changed that one. Role takers role-name and Toastmasters TM-name for visiting Toastmasters VTM-name and for guest G-name. The third is support meeting by mute your microphone, turn on your camera, and share the supportive chats in the message in the chat. The fourth is keep it safe and kind. Avoid sensitive topics like religion, politics, and anything that does not in line with Toastmasters international guidelines. The last one is have fun, because we learn by having fun. Before I pass down the torch to our Madam President, I would like to ask you to join me, because Toastmasters, we are Toastmasters and we have to be healthy. Let's have a sip of water and be hydrated. Come on, drink with me, Toastmasters.
Let's do cheers.
Cheers. Oh no, I'm lost in the background. It's a toast, of course. Now, with everything ready, and I'd like to thank you, the SAA team today. That is Zoom Masters, our VPE, Toastmaster Sony, and our welcoming ambassador, our treasurer, Toastmaster Beatrix. The next, I'd like to give the torch to our Madam President, Toastmaster Leonie.
Thank you, our Vice President of Organizing Toastmaster CAFA. My name is Leonie. I'm the club president of SCBD Toastmasters Club, supportive, connected, brave, and developing together since 2005. And we are part of Toastmaster International that has been established since 1924, focusing on communication and leadership with more than 270,000 members across 150 countries. And next, please, as part of Toastmaster International, we have values and mission. Please, everyone, unmute yourself. And if I say our values are, please read out our values. And if I say our mission is, please also read out our club mission. Okay? Our values are
Our
Integrity,
respect,
Excellence.
Excellence.
and our club mission is
We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members
empower developing communication and leadership skills,
resulting in greater confidence and
self-confidence
growth.
and personal growth.
all right. Thank you so much for your participation in reading out our club values and mission. Next, please. So I just want to tell you a little bit about why you should join Toastmasters if you haven't. First, you can build your confidence by consistently delivering speeches and taking roles in our weekly club meeting. So this is how you can grow your confidence. The second one, you can learn to turn ideas into action by working on real practical projects in the Toastmasters Pathways module. So it's like a curriculum for Toastmasters. The third one, you can improve your life quality. Yes, you can, by practicing communication skills like active listening skills and giving evaluation in Toastmasters. Because at the end, your competence only goes as far as your ability to communicate. And bonus points, next please. In Toastmasters, if you join, you can also gain a growth-minded networking with people like we have today, our supporting Toastmasters from first PPE of Dynamic Toastmasters Club, Yo Yahweh, and then there's also Theodorus Clarence Stephenson, PPE of Labuan Toastmasters Club. So that is what you can also gain by joining Toastmasters. You get to connect with many growth-minded people. Next, please. All right, I think that is all from me as the club president of Activity Toastmasters Club. So, without further ado, I would like to officially, with the power vested in me, officially open this club meeting by saying, Happy morning!
Happy
Happy
morning.
morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
All right, now I would like to hand the control to our Toastmaster of the meeting today, Toastmaster Hanif. Toastmaster Hanif, the screen is yours.
Thank you so much, our beloved president, Toastmaster Leone, and happy morning, everyone.
Happy morning!
Happy morning.
Good morning. Happy morning and happy anniversary to SCBD Toastmasters Club. As we are still in the spirit of SCBD Toastmasters Club's anniversary celebration. Now, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Sanif, and tonight I'm going to be your Toastmasters of the meeting tonight. In every Toastmasters meeting, we always have something called theme. And our theme tonight is, hold a second. Ta-da! Is it already visible?
Yes,
It
it's
is.
visible.
Okay, so our theme tonight is Anniversary, Speakathon, Dress and Express. Let us take a look at the last two words, dress and express. When I read this phrase, I started comparing the function of dress itself between the past and the present. Now, let us take a look at the past. When there was still a social hierarchy. At that time, the function of dress itself was to express a person's status. From the way people dress, we could tell whether they were part of the nobility or aristocracy or whether they were commoners. Moving forward to the modern day, when there is no longer such a social hierarchy. And the question is, what do we express in this era through our dress? Apparently, today clothing expresses much more than indeed in the past. From clothing, we could tell the people's occupation, their personality, or even where they are going. Therefore, our question of the day is, who are you based on what you wear right now? With that, I would like to invite one participant to answer this question. Can I have our Zoom master, Toastmaster Sonny?
Yes.
Yes, because your dress caught my attention. So, so who are you based on what you wear right now?
What do you guys think I am with this outfit right now?
Is there?
A hunter.
So this is like the combination of two things that I am concerning, or not actually concerning. I'm focusing right now. Like usually people use this hoodie to symbolize the IT guy, the mysterious guy behind the computer. Yes, because we currently work in IT. And today I wear all green colors. And sometimes green symbolize nature, calm, and grounded, in which I'm currently actively learning about mental health, meditation, and all things that can make us sane and calm. So with this symbol, I would like to bring the calmness in everyone regarding one of your job, including my own job, which is IT. This is how I represent myself today. Thank you. Back to you.
Okay, thank you so much, Toastmaster Sony. So many interpretations just only from one clothing. And in line with our theme tonight, which is Speakathon, so this is our agenda. So there will be an opening, prepared speech, evaluation, and closing. And I mentioned before that this is Speakathon, so obviously there will be no table topics session, WOD, and also grammarian. Thus, this is my duty to introduce to all of you our word of the day, which is poise. It means calm confidence in the person's way of behaving or a quality of grace and balance in the way person holds or moves their body. For example, he looked embarrassed for a moment, then quickly regained his poise. And lastly, before we dive into the second session, which is prepared speaker, I would like to introduce our team that help us run tonight's meeting. First, we have our timer, Toastmaster Mita and Toastmaster Nata. Could you please explain what is your duty in brief?
Okay, hello everyone. Hello fellow Toastmasters and guests. So my name is Nata and I will be accompanied by Nata and we will serve as your timer for today. And also as a timer, basically I will give you time signal by changing the color of my background to the agenda today for each of the speakers and the evaluations. And for instance, the regular prepared speeches will be 5 to 7 minutes. And at 5 minutes, I will change my background to green. And then at 6 minutes, it's yellow. And 7 minutes, it's red. And the next, we will have a table topic sessions. So the timing for
There is no
this
table
will be
topic. There is no
up
table
to
topic.
2 minutes.
Sorry for interruption. There is no table topic.
Oh, right. Okay. Oh, so sorry. Yeah, so we will jump to for the evaluations and it will be delivered by timer TM Nata and the timing is 2 to 3 minutes and 2 minutes green and 2 minutes and 30 yellows and the last one is 3 minutes red. So yes, to all of the speakers, please don't forget to wrap up your 30 seconds after seeing the red background from um, and to stay within the eligible time for voting. Okay, back to you. Thank you.
So thank you so much, our timer. And then also we have our general evaluator, Toastmaster Ellen. We have a ballot counter, Toastmaster Sultan. And then we have welcoming ambassador, Toastmaster Beatrix, and Zoom master, Toastmaster Sony. And that's it, an introduction from me. Now, moving on to the second session, which is prepared speaker. Our first prepared speaker, Toastmaster Tegar, but I will not be the one introducing him. Instead, his evaluator will introduce him. Toastmaster Dede, are you there?
Yes, I am.
All right, screen is yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Hanif. So in the first speakathon, we have a Toastmaster Tegar. He will share with us the speech with the purpose writing a speech, and then his project actually one of our pathway. This is a visionary communication, and the purpose of the project is to learn or review the basic method for the writing speech. So the first evaluation is for the structure and also the purpose of the speech itself. With the title, Full is not enough. Full is not enough. Toastmaster Tegar.
Have you ever watched motivational videos at midnight while scrolling on social media? Have you? And at that time, you felt completely fired up to do something or to change the world or to do any positive things. But the next morning, you wake up feeling absolutely nothing. We have all been there. We live in a society obsessed with finding motivation. We are told that what if we just want it bad enough, we will succeed. But here's the truth: motivation is a feeling, and feelings are unreliable. Today, I want to share a realization that changed how I view my career and my future. My topic is simple: clarity is more important than motivation. First, let's talk about motivation. Motivation feels powerful. It gives us energy. It makes us start. But motivation is temporary. It comes and it goes. One day, you feel unstoppable. The next day, you feel nothing. When motivation disappears, most people stop. Not because they are lazy, but because they don't know where they are going. So let's look at a simple example. Imagine you are driving a car. You have a full tank of fuel. The engine is strong. You are ready to go. And your fuel is motivation. But here is the problem: you don't know your destination. So you start driving. You turn left, then right, then left again. After some time, you feel tired. You feel frustrated. You feel like I'm going nowhere. And eventually, you stop. Not because your car is broken, not because you ran out of fuel, but because you had no direction. Now let's look deeper. The real problem is not a motivation. The real problem is lack of clarity. Clarity means knowing what you want, knowing why it matters, and knowing where you are going. Without clarity, every effort feels confusing. You start something, but you are not sure why. You try hard, but you don't see direction. And when there's no direction, even strong motivation becomes useless. So what happens when we have clarity? Now, let's go back to the same car. This time, you have a clear destination. Now, even if the road is long, even you feel tired, even there's traffic, even rain, even you have a problem, you keep going. Why? Because you know exactly where you are going. You know what is your goal. You know what the purpose. Clarity gives you direction. Directions creates consistency. And consistency creates results. With clarity, you don't rely on feelings. You rely on decisions. And you don't need to feel motivated every day because you already know what you are doing and why you are doing it. Visionaries don't wait for the perfect moment or perfect mood or perfect anything. They build a clear map. As I bring this page to a close, I want you to think about your own goals. Think about that one thing or something planned. It could be planned, it could be goals that you have never do or you have been delaying for weeks or for months. Think about that. Don't ask yourself, why am I not motivated? Instead, ask yourself, do I know my next step? Do I know my goals? Do I know my purpose? Because you don't know your all of them, you're feeling stuck. Today, The most important thing I want you to remember is this. Don't wait for a spark. Start drawing your map. A big goal without a clear step is just a wish. Again, a big goal without a clear step is just a wish. When you have a clear destination, the journey begins. Back to you, Tom.
That is our first speaker, Toastmaster Tegar. Everyone, please give some reaction to him. What a wonderful speech. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Tegar, for reminding me and also us the importance of having clarity instead only having a motivation. Because if you have a clarity and then you edit it by a motivation, then it will be easy for you to achieve your goal. Thank you so much for reminding us. Now, moving on to the second speaker, we have we have wait a second. We have Toastmaster Amar. Toastmaster Amar will be introduced by his evaluator, Toastmaster Ines. Toastmaster Ines, are you there?
Yes, I am here.
All right, screen is yours.
I am not sure if I can open my video. Let me try. Okay. Thank you, Tom. Today, Amar is working on a project from level 1, project 4, from engaging humor. The purpose of this project is for the member to practice applying feedback and serve as a speech evaluator during a club meeting. So without further ado, Toastmaster Amar, building bronze and resilience. Building bronze and resilience, Toastmaster Amar. The screen is yours.
Thank you, Madam Evaluator and Toastmaster of the meeting. Well, I felt like I need to build muscle or bronze. So I started going to the gym to start a workout journey. But little did I know that that workout journey will become a journey of building resilience. Hello, Toastmasters and guests. Happy morning. And today I will share a story about building resilience through real life experience. Why is resilience important? Resilience is important if you are reaching your goals and you want to reach for it so hard. You have said it, you have built your pathways, but you also need resilience to keep yourself steady. I'd like to start by explaining what resilience means. According to the American Psychological Association, resilience means the process and outcome of successfully adapting to a challenging life experience. Just like what the article said, it's about adapting to challenges. And when you have set your goals, you have to adapt with that challenge as well. So moving back to what I said in the beginning, I would like to build muscle by going to the gym. This happened as a experience of building resilience as well. So I started going to the gym at 2023. I was still a college student. I was still fresh and having a big motivation. I wanted to build a big body, or at least build a toned body, just like the celebrity I wanted to become, which is Joe Taslim. He had voice, you know. And but yeah, I started going to the gym. I started my workout journey. I had a PT with me who helped me on my workout sessions. My workout sessions were very structured nicely. I was starting to have a good progress on my muscle building. I have started to adapt to my gym gym schedules. Everything was very nice to me. I felt like, oh, I'm a very, very poised person. I feel like I'm the most uh, excellent person at the college. I was so narcissistic back then. However, in life, there's a roller coaster, and in that roller coaster, you have to go down as well. Well, moving forward until now, everything started to get busy. I hardly get time to go to the gym. My schedule was all messy. From going to the gym 5 times in a week to only 2 times, one time, or even skipping a whole week. I was crushed. I felt very small. I got so lean, I lost muscle, and even my friends at the gym asked me, Amar, where have you been all this time? You looked so lean. Ouch. That felt very, very crushing to me. And yeah, I suddenly felt so small and felt like I was giving up gym. I don't think that this is a good hobby to me. I mean, this hobby turns out to become a challenge itself. To I was hoping that going to the gym might become the exercise to cope with my challenges, but now it has become a challenge itself. How could it be? Until then, until then, I was trying to come up with one principle. Never give up, even if you are facing a defeat. So I put up that principle in my head and my heart that I will never give up. Not even if I skip to the gym almost 1 week. I started to build up my progress again, step by step. When my membership is expired, I renew. So I do not lose money. So I do not lose muscle without nothing. I lose money, but I build muscle. That's what I was thinking about. I felt like this is a slow step, but a sure one. If if my friends at the gym ask me, Amar, where have you been and why did you get lean? I will say, hey, I was building my career. I can say I was building my career, and I'm trying to build muscle to get back on track again and do both things together. I will never back down, and I will always try to go back again to the gym. That principle helped me a lot, and now I'm still here doing what I like to cope with my challenges. I will never become Joe Taslim with that voice because I'm a Brahmanito. I will be myself and I'll try to do workout as best as I can. Well, fellow Toastmasters and guests, sometimes in life you try to cope with challenges, even if that coping mechanism goes into a challenge itself. Who knows that it will become a factor that pushes you further towards your goals. Thank you, and back to Toastmaster of the meeting.
Oh, thank you so much, Toastmaster Ahmad. Everyone, please give a reaction. Woohoo. So thank you so much for sharing your journey, Jim. Well, talking about Jim, the next speaker, he's an expert. He's an expert Jim among of us, I believe. So Toastmaster Ahmad, if you want to consult about gym lifestyle, about how to build a chest, how to build a leg, go ask him because our third speaker, our next speaker, none other than Toastmaster Kava, and he will be introduced by his evaluator, Toastmaster Clarence. Toastmaster Clarence, are you there?
Yes, I am.
All right, the screen is yours.
Thank you so much. So, ladies and gentlemen, today Toastmaster Kafa will be delivering a project on introduction to Toastmasters mentoring. So, the purpose of this project is for the member to clearly define how Toastmasters envisions mentoring. And the purpose of this speech is for the member to share some aspect of a previous experience as a protege. So, all the best to you. The speech title is The Hot Ball. Over to you.
Test. Am I audible? Okay, audible and clear. Who here believes that joining Toastmasters prepares you for any speaking situations? Come on, raise your hands. Okay, I see Toastmaster Shaida, Sony, Mita, and a lot more. Thank you very much. I would have raised my hand too. In fact, last Monday, I walked into a room absolutely certain of it. And that certainty was my first mistake. Let me tell you about the disaster that was last Monday. One of our clients was being audited by the Audit Board of the Republic of Indonesia, the Supreme Audit. They don't mess around. It is certainly no casual chit-chat. As the lead engineer, I helped prepare the defense. Going into that room, I felt good. I have learned right here in this club that confidence is a learned behavior. I have practiced my posture. I have practiced my eye contact. I thought I had the perfect poise. I was at Toastmasters. This should be easy. We stepped into the room. It was cold. All eyes were on us. The tension was as tight as a courtroom. The meeting begins. Our client sets the stage. And then they pass down the ball to us, the vendors. Absolute silence. I looked at our project manager. No words. I looked at our senior engineer. Silence. The air was so thick I could cut it with a knife. In my head, the gears turn. Someone has to speak. I am a Toastmasters. I can break the ice. So assuming it was my role to fill, I took the lead and confidently started explaining our licensing model. 10 sentences in, the auditor cuts me off. Mas, shows the SPOPD process. SPOPD. I managed 3 completely different projects. I had never heard of an SPOPD in my life. That was the first domino to fall. The auditor started firing off questions. The meeting derailed, and because I was the one talking, I was on the absolute front line of the blame. And just like that, every single domino I had set up came crashing down. My confidence is shattered. For the next 2 days, I kept beating myself up, feeling like I'd lost all credibility. I felt like an absolute liability to my team. On Wednesday, my boss called me into his office. I walked in like I wanted to throw up. He sat back and said, Kafa, tell me about the presentation from your perspective. I explained the awkward silence, how I assumed control only to get hit by a question I could not answer. My boss raised his hand and stopped me. Okay, that was the first mistake. It was a hot ball. Our client was on thin ice, not us. You should not have assumed control. You caught the hot ball that was never meant to be yours. Then his tone shifted. He looked at me and said, I know you are a Toastmasters. You have good technical skills. But I think this is God's way of reminding you to always be humble. Remember, a mistake that makes you humble is better than an achievement that makes you arrogant. And I'm happy this happened. I saw you yesterday beating yourself up. It means you will always remember this lesson. In that single moment, a performance review turned into profound mentorship. A coach would have told me what I did wrong. A manual would have given me checklists. But my mentor did something different. He reframed my failure as gift. That's what mentors do. They don't just correct you, they reshape how you see yourself. I walked into that audit thinking I had confidence mastered. I walked out realizing I still have a lot to learn. But thanks to that mentoring moment, the next time I see a hot ball flying across the boardroom, I know how to pass it, not catch it. Fellow Toastmasters, lean in for this. Lean in. Toastmasters does give us the equipment to speak, but we have to know when to speak. Toastmasters of the day, back to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kappa. Everyone, please give a reaction to celebrate Toastmaster Kappa's speech. Now we proceed to the short break for the 3 minutes. So for those of you who want to drink water or maybe you want to go to the bathroom, it's okay. And now in this short break, I would like to ask our key audit to our guest. Can I have guest Toma?
Yes. Hi. Hello.
Okay, hello guest Toma.
Hello.
Would you like to answer our key OD, our question of the day?
Okay.
Okay, so the question is, who are you based on what you wear right now?
Sorry, could you repeat your question?
Okay, who are you based on what you wear right now?
Who am I? So based on how am I? Okay. Uh, okay. Okay. I'm a student now, and I am also um yeah I am studying economics and I must write a paper for my degree program. But what is your question? Yeah, exactly mean.
Who are you based on what you wear right now?
Where?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, yeah, I'm an ordinary student. Yeah, like yeah, this micro. I don't care about my dressing so much. So uh, I think I bought this clothing at Uniqlo in Japan, and yeah, in Indonesia, Uniqlo is a kind of maybe Japanese brand, but in Japan, Uniqlo is a kind of cheap clothes or affordable clothing. So I think this is a symbol one. I see this is a symbol of kind of ordinary student. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Gastoma. Wait, I have a question. Are you Japanese?
Yes, I'm a Japanese.
No wonder because your accent is Japanese.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So you're moving to Indonesia because you continue your studying here.
Uh, yes, yeah, mm, yeah. I came to Indonesia for just a tourism, but I'm in graduate school, so I will continue my study in in Japan
Oh, in
currently.
Japan. Okay, thank you so much, Gastoma, for sharing your
Mm.
identity.
Mm.
Now, for the next guest, can I have guest Ahmad Arya? Hello, guest Ahmad Arya.
Hello.
Hello. Would you like to answer our key OD question of the day?
Okay, the question is
Wait,
what
wait, hold a
is
second. Who are you? This is the question. Who are you based on what you wear right now?
okay? I think I'm going to make everyone give it a look for a little bit. I think it's just a basic plain black t-shirt that is pretty much resembles as an ordinary guy's. Yeah, I guess like this is the way of me just trying to chill because I'm at home, trying to enjoying myself and enjoying to be a part of this meeting. And I guess like in this Toastmaster, I felt like everyone else is supportive and I could just try to give in more to this type of public speaking that I know like it's just going to make me much more confidence in just spitting out all of the things that I got in my mind without blurring out uh the type of like that the type of things that I wanted to say. So I guess it is f fortunate um position to be in here because um I wanted to train and improve myself and hopefully I'm trying to learn my best. I think that's it.
Okay, thank you so much, guest Ahmad Arya. I hope I can see you again in the future as our member because our club is an appropriate club for you to improve your communication, also public speaking. Now, back again to the prepared speaker. We have our fourth speaker, who is Toastmaster Saida, and she will be introduced by her evaluator, Toastmaster Donna. Toastmaster Donna, are you there?
I am here.
Okay, the screen is yours.
Okay. Happy morning, everyone.
Happy morning.
Happy morning.
Happy
Morning.
morning.
Today it is my honor to evaluate our member Toastmaster Shaida, who will deliver her level 3, project 1 of her pathway persuasive influence. The purpose of this project is for the member to enhance their understanding of the strategies to address conflict. Without further ado, let us welcome Toastmaster Shaida with the title Impulsive Decision. Impulsive Decision, Toastmaster Shaida.
Have you ever paid something, but instead of get result, you get a lesson learned? Please raise hand. All right. I can see some people raise hand, and maybe it would be relate for some of people here. Yes, I have. I paid for documentation for my job, which is MC. But what I got, I didn't get a video, but I get a lifelong lesson. So, ladies and gentlemen, as an MC, I use the documentation for build up my personal branding. So I used to use wedding content creator on in Bahasa we call WCC. And I got a job in wedding in Bekasi and I find the WCC on the trades. I need WCC based on Bekasi for akad and until the reception end. And then I found someone just called Mawar. We agreed, me and Mawar agreed, she will document me from the ceremony and after ceremony until the reception was end. And then there's a revision editing, and then raw footage, and one revision. All right, I paid for down payment. I paid for one down payment, 50%, and the next 50% when I receiving the result. Everything seems fine. There is no problem until I send the deposit to her. Suddenly, she complained about the distance. Even though from the beginning I was told her about the the requirement which is best in Bekasi. I offered her to cancel, but she chose to continue. That was my first red flag to her. But yeah, I choose ignore it. On the day of the event, she said her phone was low battery, and I offered her the power bank, but she refused because she don't want to destroy her battery. What? All right. That's the second red flag that I found from her. But again, I just stay silent. Even though I just realized. All right. I just pause, and then after the ceremony, she asked me to go home. I remind her about our agreement. She have to stand by until the reception ceremony was end. And then she continues stay with me, but with unhappy face. And be patient, and then I just keep silent again. Come the peak moment, we we went to home with our go-kart. I ordered a go-kart, and while we are in the go-kart, she asked me to pay the full payment, 50% more. I just like, what? I haven't received the result because she will ask me the payment after I receive the result, but I didn't. Okay, I just paid because I avoid the conflict. I paid and everything just like pies. And calmly take a breath and arrive at home. The next day, I opened my eyes and I opened my Instagram and I just shocked because there is a video that she uploaded, which is my event, that she haven't sent to me first. I just like, what? What it is? She even sent to me. She even didn't send to me. I didn't know this video. And there is there is something inappropriate, I think, to including in that content. And I asked her to revision because there is availability for one revision. But she ignored. She refused because she think the editing was really good. Alright, she feel refused and unappreciated. I try to explain poise calmly, but the communication broke down. At the moment, I choose impulsive decision because I don't know how to communicate with her. I just unfollow her Instagram. I already paid. I already give her advice, but I didn't get the result. I unfollowed, and she blocked my WhatsApp, she blocked my Instagram, and she deleted all the documentation. I lose my documentation in that event. From that moment, I learned I have to extended my voice, extended my calmly, my patience. Because when I do impulsive decision, I will lose everything. The weather is I poise myself and I got what I have to get. So ladies and gentlemen, don't forget before you take decision, think more, think more. Don't be like me. I already paid, I already do everything, and I just paid, but I got nothing. So that's it for me. Hopefully you can get the lesson from my lose. Back to Tom.
That is our fourth speaker, Toastmaster Saida. Please, everyone, send reaction to her. Now, moving on to the next speaker, Toastmaster DTM Alvin, and he will be introduced by his evaluator, Toastmaster Yeo Jia Wei. Toastmaster Yeo Jia Wei, are you there?
Yes.
All right, screen is yours.
Thank you. Thank you, Hani. Okay. What is the key to better result is not better answer, but better question? Today, Alvin will be presenting motivate others from the Toastmaster International Pathway Program. This project is about inspiring others, shaping perspective, and leading people towards a shared goal. This speech, asking the right questions, invites us to reflect on how questions can influence actions and outcomes. Let's sit back, listen closely, and warmly welcome Alvin. Asking the right question, Alvin, asking the right question. Is Alvin there? Yeah.
Good evening and happy morning, SGBD Toastmasters.
Happy morning.
Happy morning.
Happy morning.
Thank you. That's
Happy
one
morning.
form of question. Thank you so much for coming into my speech. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, do you ever imagine that question is very powerful rather than giving an order? I'm a member of SGBD Toastmasters Club. Our club is so big. We have more than 30 members. We are everywhere. And then one day in 2025, I was moved to build a club in Tangerang City, which is Lipo Karawaci Toastmasters Club. If SCBD have 30 members, more, Lipo Karawaci only have 3. Only 3 people at the time. How can we turn things on? It's only Stefani, Lutfi, and Alvin at the time. We look at things, what went wrong so far? And then we notice because of pandemic, all members leave the club. They don't like Zoom screen and everything else, but there's no solution at the time. The second, there's no venue. We couldn't find a nice venue that is very cheap, affordable, and near in strategic place. At the time, I think once that I just let this evade from Toastmasters. I don't care anymore. But my love in this club cannot erase. Even though I moved from West Jakarta to Bekasi, my heart is still there. And from that questions, in my discussion with members and other mentors, one of them asked, what can we do to be better? And one of in the team said, her name is Leonie. You know her? She said, look at SGBD Toastmasters, they are big. They use the territorial name. Look at Jakarta Toastmasters, they are big because they use territorial name. Jakarta is in Jakarta, SGBD is in SGBD. Where is Lipo Karawaci? Where is LKTC? What is LKTC? Okay, we don't have anything anymore. Let's try this. We switch from LKTC, Lipo Karawaci to Tangerang Toastmasters. At the time, as a leader, I was very dictator. This is my decision. Follow me. Well, only 3 of us and some mentors. And because of that, we didn't see immediate result yet. We conduct some public speaking training using Tangerang Toastmasters Club. Once, no result. Twice, no result. Thrice, no result. Until the 4th time, someone asked, can I become member? Yes, yes. Feels like I met someone that I lost so long. Yes, become our member. And then her name is Carol. One of her mentee is here in SCBD. And then we get another one, Kenrich. We become a little bit bigger from 3 to 5. Still better. And then I notice the vibes in the club are increasing. Oh, and this is the effect of the new members, the affiliation. When we have more people around us, they are more motivated. Lutfi, Stephanie, the former members, or the more senior members, being more motivated to come to the meeting, to help and deliver their speech. And after that, member just come. Out of nowhere, can I become member in Tangerang? Can I become Tangerang? Yes, yes. And from just three members in 2025, now we have 15. Not bad. And we achieved distinguished status, something that we can proud of. Achieve a status, and I hope this can motivate members of Tangerang Toastmasters because they have a trophy when we come to district conference. Fellow Toastmasters, as a leader, we cannot give people an order because people don't like it. I'm not a slave, but ask the questions, do some discussion, and listen to their opinion. And because of that, I'm very happy to represent SGBD Toastmasters to build a club in Tangerang. Don't you proud, my fellow members in SGBD? You have a representative who built a club in Tangerang out of nowhere, now a distinguished club. Then what's next, Alvin? We built a club in the west, now we will build another club in the east, which is Bekasi. Fellow SGBD Toastmasters, feel free to come here in Bekasi. I know it's quite far, but don't worry, it's free visa. You don't need visa, but you need to bring your passport. Fellow Toastmasters, especially SGBD Toastmasters, thank you so much for helping me. Because of your vibes in this meeting, I can apply what I learned here in Tangerang Toastmaster Club and hopefully in Bekasi, in another planet. Keep asking questions, be a better leader. Back to you, Toastmaster of the meeting.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster ADTM Alvin. Wow. From 3 members to 15 members, that's not easy, bro. That's not easy. And for those of you who want to For those of you who are seek a nice figure for leadership, then Lydia Malvin is a good exemplary for who want to seek a leader figure. Now, moving on to the last but not least speaker, Toastmaster Taufik, and he will be introduced by Toastmaster Andika. Toastmaster Andika, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Right, screen is yours.
I'm so pleased tonight to present our next speaker. I admire him because he always has this poise while delivering his speech. Toastmaster Tawfiq is going to deliver Manage Change Project. The purpose of this project is for him to practice developing a change management plan and also to share with us some of the aspects of a change management plan. Without further ado, Tawfiq Chandra, I'm sorry, let's fix this. I'm sorry, let's fix this. Tawfiq Chandra.
The developer looked at me and he said, "Fake, this is really disappointing." I didn't say anything because deep down, I was thinking the exact same thing. So I had just graduated from university. First real job, associate product manager at a telemedicine company here in Jakarta. I work on the company's e-commerce service. We sold medicine with a prescription and over-the-counter product through a mobile application. And my very first project, we were building a feature for our app. Simple idea. Spend above a certain amount, you get free shipping. That's it. Easy, right? Now, my job as a product manager was basically to talk to people. We had a joke in the office actually. PM stand for Pawang Meeting instead of product manager. Because that's all I did. I talked to the business team, I talked to the developers, I talked to the designers, I asked questions, I listened, I took notes. And then I put everything, every decision, every rule, every detail into one document. One document that the whole team was going to build from. I built an overview deck. I wrote down the exact rules, who get free shipping and when. I share it with the head of product, where he's going to present it to the C-level. And I thought, we're good. Everyone said yes, and nothing missed. 2 weeks later, final testing. In the early morning, the whole team gathered around laptops, coffee in hand, and everything worked. Everything was ready. We were going live that day. I remember thinking, this is it. This is what the job should feels like. And then, that same afternoon, the manager called me in. Management had reviewed the feature and they wanted redone from the scratch. I want to be honest with you about what I felt in that moment. It wasn't just disappointment. My jaw was tight. My hands were tense. There was this voice in my head going, I did everything. I talked to everyone. I have the notes. I have the approvals. And how is this happening? So here's what went wrong. The feature I designed used the total checkout amount, including the product price and delivery fee, to determine whether you qualify for free shipping. But what they expected, products only. Two different numbers, one misunderstanding. And 4 weeks of work gone. The developers built the wrong logic. The testers tested the wrong flow. 17 people on my team had to start over. The developer came to me. He looked at me and said, Vic, this is really disappointing. And he was right. Part of me wanted to defend myself. I had the documents, I had the meeting notes. Deep down, I kept thinking, but it's not my fault. And my senior pulled me aside and she said, Vic, just say sorry. Regardless of what happened, it's our job to fix it. I paused. I took a breath and I walked back to my team. I looked at the developers, the testers, the designers, people who had given weeks of their time, and I said, I'm sorry. We have to do this again. And I'll be here every step of the way. They stayed, every single one of them. But I knew an apology wasn't a plan. So here's what I did. 1. I wrote down the new logic and revised the document. 2. I presented to my team. 3. I accompanied them in the testing process. We rebuilt it. And thank God, we finally were able to release that feature. And somewhere in that process, I stopped being just someone with a job title. I started figuring out what leadership actually means. 3 things. First, keep checking with your people, not just at the start, not just when you feel uncertain, all the way through. Because a nod in a meeting is not alignment, it's just a nod. Second, own the outcome, even when you didn't cause it. This one is hard because everything in you wanted to say, that wasn't me, that wasn't my decision. But the moment you feel you say that, you stop leading. And last but not least, know that sometimes you can do everything right, talk to everyone, document everything, confirm everything, and it still goes wrong. That's the job. That's what nobody tells you when you start. Maybe you're not a product manager. Maybe you never built an app in your life. But if you ever been a part of a team, if you ever had to lead anything, you know this feeling. The moment something falls apart and everyone looks at you. And the strongest leaders I know are not the ones who never fail. They are the ones who, when things fall apart, don't ask, whose fault is this? They ask, how do we fix it? Because leadership isn't about being in control. It's about showing up when control is gone. And sometimes the most powerful thing you can say in a room full of tired, frustrated people who are looking at you isn't a strategy. It isn't an explanation. It just, I'm sorry.
That is our last speaker, Toastmaster Taufik. Now, our timer, could you please share the timer report?
Yes.
Toastmaster meeting.
Yeah. Thank you, Toastmaster Hanif. So, um, Speaker Muhammad Tegar, it's 5 minutes 32 seconds. Eligible. Speaker Amar, 7 minutes 3 seconds. Eligible. Speaker Kafa, 6 minutes 14 seconds. Eligible. Speaker Shaida, 7 minutes 1 second eligible. Speaker Alvin, 7 minutes, 27 seconds eligible. And Speaker Talvik, 7 minutes, 59 seconds eligible. Thank you. That's all from me.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Mita. And our ballot counter, could you please share the link for us to uh, cast the best speaker?
Okay, happy morning, everyone.
Happy morning.
Happy morning.
Okay, let's wait. Speaker, let me share the link in the chat box. Would you agree with me that every speaker share their own voice characteristic, their own dignity in our screen? And that's why we appreciate them by giving them votes. But we have to think in a voice way too, like how they deliver their speeches, how their message resonate with us, and many other factors. So please scan the barcode or click the link in the chat box and let's practice our appreciation to our speakers. Back to our TOM, Toastmaster Hanif.
Okay, I hope everyone already done for voting session. Now, regarding the QOD question of the day, I would like to invite guest Astri. Guest Astri, are you there? Hello, guest Astri. I think she isn't there. She wasn't there. Now, just moving on to the online photo session. Toastmaster Kappa, could you please help us to take a photo?
Happily, gladly, even. Okay. Everyone, make sure to look at your camera in the photo session. Show your pose in 3, 2, 1. DTM Alvin, I like your pose. Okay, we get the second picture in 3, 2, 1. All right. Photo session done. Back to you, Tom.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kappa, for taking the photo. And now, moving on to the evaluation session, and I will not be the one who leading this session because we have our general evaluator, Toastmaster Ellen. Toastmaster Ellen, the screen is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Hanif. Tonight's theme is Anniversary Speakathon, Dress and Express. And that reminds us how we dress shows what people can see on the outside, right? But true growth doesn't only happen from what is visible. It also comes from what we don't see. So that's exactly why the evaluation session exists to help us notice what we missed, what we cannot see on our own, and to grow with clarity and poise. So I will invite one by one the evaluator to share their observation of the speaker. And now I would like to invite our first evaluator, Toastmaster Dede, to share her observation on the first speaker. Toastmaster Dede, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ellen. The best story aren't just heard, but they are need to remember by audience. And I remember what Toastmaster Tegar shared with us. Clarity is still remembering in my mind. So congratulations, Toastmaster Tegar, and please give a round of applause for Toastmaster Tegar. Good job. And in whole story, I really love about the the clarity that you mention always on your story. To make your story more consistent as your delivery with the clarity, let me tell you the good things that I observe on your story. The first, you open the meeting with a great hook, with a question that everyone relates about the dumb scrolling on the social media and motivated by the video and then forget and the next day. The another things, you put the strong message with the mention it every time and we take it as the key message on whole story. And the last one, I really love your eye contact and your body movement with the confidence. So we believe with your story. And in the good things, it will be more wonderful if you can add more on the room of improvement for the next project. I noticed that you always mention you need to have the clarity. You don't need to motivation. This is about your story. Rather than use you on the whole the story, it's better if you put the subject with I or me. The whole story that you have, for example, I have struggled to find out the job or the career for myself because I don't know what the person know me in the future. So I found out my clarity to find the job career for me. So it's such a good things if you can put your personal story to make audience get involved on your journey, the struggle on you to finding yourself, the finding the clarity on your story. And another things, I love how you put all of the message, and I feel that on the you whole body, I didn't find the dots or the story in the middle of your story. It's such feel general. There is no specific case or study that we need to focus on. So it's like there is no direction on the body. And I believe if you can put one things on the problem that you need to solve on your whole story, it's much better. And then you can add more less noise on your story. Overall, I really love your story and I cannot wait you for the next journey. Back to General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dede, for the evaluation. I believe Toastmaster Tega find it beneficial for him and concentrate more on revision and enhancing the structure of your speech, Toastmaster Tega. Okay, now let's move on to our second evaluator. It's Toastmaster Ines. Toastmaster Ines, are you there? Okay, the screen is yours, Toastmaster Ines.
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster Ellen. All right. So before I give the evaluation, so let me ask, who here has the same problem? Like first you have motivation or goal in something, in gym or anything else, and then the motivation become lower, you lost your goal, and you have the same problem as Amar. Please raise your hand. Yeah, right. I think we all face that. I mean, Amar, it's a very relatable story from Amar. So congratulations, Amar, for finishing the project. First, I love how you tell your personal story about gym. and how you relate that. You can relate that to resilience, and you also make sure you talk about the what is resilience. You make sure like everybody understand what is resilience. So I love how you structure your speech. I also love your pace. You're not too fast, you're not too slow, and you feel very comfortable with your speech. To challenge yourself, maybe you can engage more with people. So by asking question or make some jokes around, because your pathway is also engaging humor, right? So you can try to make people engage with your speech. Also, you can explain more about what you are pointing out, because yes, I know you have you already connect the dot from gym into the resilience, but then you tell the story about how at first you go to the gym, what is your goal, and your priority become different, so many so many struggles, and in the end you think don't give up. But then maybe next time you can tell more about what is your current situation when you are not giving up, kind of like that. So for the summary, I love how you structure your speech. I also love your pace, and to develop more, to challenge yourself, you can engage more with people, and you can explain more. You can tell more story at the end of your story. In the end, I really love your story. I cannot wait to listen to your next speech. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster Ellen.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ines. So I would like to hear more from Toastmaster Amar for your next speech with a lot of humor. Next, move on to our third evaluator. I'm happy to call Toastmaster Clarence from Labuan Toastmaster Club. Toastmaster Clarence to evaluate Toastmaster Kava. The screen is yours.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today, Toastmaster Kafa shared with us a really meaningful lesson from his mentor about being humble. Thank you so much for sharing this story with us. So today, for my evaluation, I'll be doing my 3 do's: do more, do consider, and do speak again. So let's start. Now, the first thing that I loved about Toastmaster Kafa was his virtual presence. Now, most of the time when we talk about public speaking, we talk about stage presence, but we are all online on Zoom. And Toastmaster Kafa really excelled in his virtual presence. How did he do this? He paused at key moments. For example, that certainty was my first mistake. So he really paused at really good moments there. And his camera staging, the way he was able to move forward, to move back, to use different styles of the stage. And I really love the part where he asked us to lean in, really lean in and listen to his message. So his virtual presence was really, really good. And that enabled him to speak with poise. Do more. Well done. The second thing that I learned about Toastmaster Kafa was his word mastery. He had really lots of wonderful words and phrases in his speech. For example, he had metaphor. The silence was so thick, I could cut it with a knife. He had imagery. That was the first domino to fall. He had hyperbole. I walked in like I wanted to throw up. So all of these things added really, really wonderful flavors into his speech, and that enabled his word mastery to be really on a different level and enabled him to speak with poise. So do more of that. Well done, Toastmaster Kafa. Moving on to my first do consider. one thing that I would like to challenge Toastmaster Kafa is to get more into character. For example, there was a key moment where he was speaking to his boss or his mentor. Now, to make that character even more distinct, he could have spoken with a different tone or different voice, or he could have used more dialogues so that his mentor or his boss could be even more distinct. And that would make the moment even more impactful. So try to get even more into character. Do consider that, yeah, Toastmaster Kafa. The second thing that I would like to challenge him on is actually to have a unifying element. Now, if you notice, there were three main parts in his speech today. The first scene with his client, where his confidence shattered. The second scene, which was he had his conversation with his boss, where he learned to be humble and he learned to not catch others people's hot balls. And the third one was the ending, where he asked us to choose when to speak in the future. Now, there were a lot of parts in his speech, and there could have been a unifying element that glued all these things together. And I would like to recommend don't overestimate yourself. That's the catchphrase. So, my confidence shattered. Why did I overestimate myself? My boss taught me not to be humble. Never overestimate yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, choose when to speak. Don't overestimate yourself. So it becomes more unified. Overall, Toastmaster Kafa, I loved your virtual presence and your word mastery. Get into character and have a unifying element, and you will do wonderful. Do more speeches, do speak again. Back to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Clarence, for such a clear and actionable feedback for Toastmaster Kafa. And next, let's hear from our fourth speaker, Toastmaster Donna. Toastmaster Donna, are you there? Okay, the screen is yours.
Thank you to our general evaluator, Toastmaster Allen. Can I borrow 100? If I had 100 for each time I have vendor horror stories, I can buy a penthouse in a CBD. Toastmaster Shaida gave us a vendor horror story that is horrible for everyone experiencing it. She went from being suspicious to finally confirming her suspicion that that vendor needs to go. So let's talk about what we can learn from this speech, just as Toastmaster Shada learned from getting to work with that horrible vendor. Okay, first let's talk about the positive things out of Toastmaster Shada's speech. First, I really like that her speech is very easy to follow. It has great structure, it is very narrative and enjoyable. She starts out reaching out to this content creator and then texting her, getting to know, eventually paying half, and then getting to D-Day where she confirms all her suspicions regarding her vendor. Second, it's very expressive and engaging. She uses lots of vocal variety. She uses lots of scenes in her story where, for example, on the day when she left the wedding with the vendor and they finally got to have the big talk, and we were surprised that she finally wanted everything to be paid on the spot. I was surprised too. Now, let's go to the things that we can learn to make our speeches better. First, the story was not resolved. I felt that, as much as I understand, she's very mad that she lost the footage, but there was an forgiveness, resolution. We don't know enough how she grew from that event. Yes, she knows not to suddenly unfollow people anymore, but is that really conflict resolution? Is Instagram enough to resolve conflict? This is like the heart of this project. Second, finding the main message. Finding the message is its own skill. I believe that this story is bigger than just that moment of unfollowing her. The bigger lesson is to actually say no from the get-go for someone who doesn't know how to say no. A lot of people I talk with, they kind of don't know how to say no, so we say no for them. Oh, I don't know. Like, say no for them. Help them say no. And then, lastly, language use. I never talk about this because it can be hard. We're all learning. But for your professional development, we need to grow our diction or list of words. Things such as lose versus loss, misusing the word of the day, thread versus thread. This is part of all of our growth. And to help this, you can play your draft in an automatic reader so that you know how this word is used. So I'd like to challenge you to find more perspectives on the same story. When you have a lot of points of view, you'll be able to select the best main message. To summarize, I love that Professor Shada's speech is very narrative and structured. She was expressive and engaging, but she does need more help with resolving the story, finding the main message, and having better language use. Thank you to Professor Shada for the lesson, and I look forward to hearing more from you. Back to General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Donna, for such a constructive feedback for Toastmaster Shaida. And now let's move on to our fifth evaluator, Toastmaster Yo Chia Wei from Dynamic Toastmaster Club. The screen is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ellen. Now we give a round of applause to our speaker, Afrin. Thank you, everyone. Okay. For motivation is about passing the energy to others. So people can feel your energy and this is success motivation. So Afrin, thank you for your speech asking the right question. So what you did really well was your storytelling. The pacing of your stories was very effective. It keeps the audience engaged and made us want to listen closely to what comes next. And I also really enjoy your vocal variety. The tone transition was smooth and natural, which helped us clearly distinguish between different characters that made your story more vivid and easier to follow. And one you might want to work on is your engagement with the camera. So since this is an online setting, so maintaining the eye contact through the camera like this will help you to connect more directly with the audience. And additionally, you can consider raising your energy level slightly with more vocal energy and presence. Your message will come across stronger and the audience will be able to feel your motivation more clearly. So overall, this was an engaging and well-delivered speech. I look forward to seeing how you continue to inspire others with even stronger and present. Back to you, Toastmasters.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Yo from Dynamic Toastmaster Club. Okay, and now let's move on to our sixth evaluator. It's Toastmaster Andika to evaluate Toastmaster Taufik. Toastmaster Andika, the screen is yours.
Tonight, Toastmaster Taufik has taught us about leadership is about showing up when something wrong comes up. That is very good learning, and he said it with a good poise. So it means that he has the knowledge and also the experience. Two things that I like from his speech is about that he set the context from the beginning, because not everyone understands what product manager is and what do they do. So by setting the context and giving vivid story about what the product manager experience is actually helping the audience to get into his message. And the second thing that I like from him is that he offers to tell the conflict and resolution. The reader's brain or the audience brain loves the cortisol and also the dopamine. So those are the hormones that are sharpening our focus, and that is triggered by conflict, and also the feel good release, and that is the triggered by the resolution. So when he told us about the story about the 2 weeks about the product launch, and the management decides differently and it was unfavorable for him, so that is something that we liked, and we follow up, and later on he decided, and then he managed to solve the problem. So it created a feel good for the audience so that we keep engaged with his story. Two things that Toastmaster Tawfiq can improve is that while he was showing the emotion, he used and he described the situation while he was unhappy, but we are looking forward to what is actually the turning point when he said that this isn't my fault. I don't think I have to apologize, but then I have a suggestion from other people to apologize, and yet he did it. So, what will be the turning point? That is something that the audience can look up to, because this is about change management plan. So, from good to bad and to good, there must be a turning point. So, if Toastmaster Tawfiq can explain more about his experience on that turning point, that could be a good learning for the audience. And the second one, while he was good at summarizing the story, I felt that the summary leads to the how a good leader should be. Meanwhile, the project is about the change management plan. So if I could offer you a suggestion, Toastmaster Tawfiq, you can summarize the story onto how leader manage the change. So overall, I like the way he set the context and then the conflict and resolution to engage the audience. Things that we can improve is the emotion, the turning point, and also summarizing closely to the purpose of the speech. And the next challenge will be repeating your key phrase so that makes it memorable. Good job. That's my topic.
Thank you, Toastmaster Andika, and looking forward to hear and watch more speech from our speaker based on the evaluator feedback. Okay, and now I will hand you off to our timer report. Toastmaster Nata, would you mind to share the report?
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Ellen. I want to share this timer for the evaluator. First, Toastmaster Dede, 3 minutes and 45 seconds eligible. Toastmaster Ines, 30 minutes and 37 seconds eligible. Toastmaster Clearance, 3 minutes and 36 seconds eligible. Toastmaster Donna, 4 minutes and 16 seconds overtime. And the next Toastmaster Yojo Wei, 1 minute and 48 seconds eligible, and Toastmaster Andika 3 minutes and 29 seconds eligible. That's all for me, and I want to share in the chat. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nata. And now I would like to invite Toastmaster Sultan to share the broadcast.
All right, before I share the broadcast, maybe I don't hear it right. I will wait for Toastmaster Nata reports in the chat box. Okay, is it more than 3 and 30 seconds eligible?
No, I don't think so. So I guess
Okay, so
based
it.
on the list, only Toastmaster Andika who is eligible.
Oh, all right. Okay. Andika and I think Toastmaster Yu is still eligible.
Yeah, I think Toastmaster Yu Chewe and Toastmaster Andika.
Oh, right. So we have 2 eligible evaluators.
All right. Thank you, our Mr. VPE and Toastmaster Nata as well. Let me update. Okay. Share it. First, let me share it in the chat box. Evaluator. Screen. Alright, everyone. I'm sure in our everyday lives, we not only receive feedbacks, but we also give feedbacks as well. So being an evaluator is our first way to practice how we respond and giving a gifts. The gifts I learned about giving gifts is by being an evaluator in Toastmaster. So by giving appreciation to please cast your vote if you want to practice our democracy. Alright, while I'm still sharing screen, back to our GE Toastmaster Ellen.
All right, thank you so much, Toastmaster Sultan, for sharing the link and also elaborate about how we evaluate, how we cast our ballot, and that really powerful, Toastmaster Sultan. Thank you so much. And now it's my turn to share my evaluation. First of all, I would like to appreciate all of us here because we really ran on time tonight. Yay! And that show that we are all aware with the time. I noticed that a bit slow while the evaluation session happened, but now we still make it on time for during all of the session. And this evaluation session brings so much information and lesson learned for all of us, so we can leverage our knowledge, our skill in doing public speaking, and also in delivering and structuring our writing and creating a speech. First, I would like to congratulate to Toastmaster of the meeting. You show your calm manner, really lead the session with poise during the meeting. And then I also would like to appreciate the timer who really pay attention to all of the speaker and also to all of the evaluator. That's why we have two timer for tonight's session. And of course, I would like to appreciate our ballot counter who show next level of ballot counter role, not only share and encourage other to cast, but also to elaborate more on the theme, on the content of our session tonight. And then there are three that run well the time we still on track, and then the role taker who support each other and also show a very responsible of their role. And then the third is how every role taker, especially the storm timer, and then the ballot counter, and also the evaluator and SAA. I also appreciate how Toastmaster Kava start the meeting and encourage us to toast at the beginning. What can be improved for the next meeting? First, since the theme of tonight's session is a praise anniversary speakathon, so we might try to amplify the celebratory ambience even more. For example, I noticed we have a member who show up with different or dress up like special. For example, you already mentioned Toastmaster Sony, and you might invite Toastmaster Sony, Toastmaster Alvin, and also Toastmaster Andika who dress differently than usual, and do a little chit chat to appreciate that they show with dress up different than usual. And then I think that small touch can lift the energy and make the theme anniversary Speakathon even more stronger. I think that's all. While the evaluator really stretch our thinking, our skill in delivering our uh, speak in front of all of us. So I think that makes our theme not only dress, express, but also progress. That then I will hand it off to our Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Hanif. Or we do the Hall of Fame first, maybe, Toastmaster Sultan?
Oh,
Is it ready?
still, yeah, because this is a speakathon, there will be a second best and the best, so I'm
Okay.
still editing.
Okay. All right, Toastmaster Sultan, take your time. So then I will hand it off to our Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Hanif.
Thank you so much from our general evaluator for delivered such a precise report. And welcome back with me again. Before we announce our prepared speaker, maybe this is a little bit closing for me as a Tom. Today we have learned and gained many lessons and motivations that will help us become more poised individuals in the future. And I hope in that this motivation can become your dress as you grow into a more poised person. It has truly been an honor for me to lead this meeting. With that, I would like to excuse myself from Tom, and maybe our ballot counter could announce the best speaker and also the best evaluator.
All right, thank you, TM Hanif. I'm still editing. Wait.
Maybe while waiting, we can ask Toastmaster Andika. Our question of the day, Toastmaster Andika, hello.
Hello.
Yeah, can you answer our question of the day? Tell us a little bit about your best dress today.
Yes. From my cap, I am a fan of Liverpool Football Club. And the anthem or the motto of the club is actually "You'll never walk alone." So this actually reminds me of I am a part of something. I am a part of community. And this is like SCB Toastmasters Club. You'll never walk alone in this journey because we support each other.
Okay, that is so sweet. I was expecting that you'll also give pantun yeah, for the last part. Anyway, thank you so much, Toastmaster Andika, for giving us the explanation, which is so sweet because it's true. You will never walk alone if you are in SCBD Toastmaster Club. Please give a round of applause, please. And okay, so Toastmaster Sultan, are you ready? Or do we need to call another one?
Yes, your friend is ready. Let me
All
share this.
right.
Okay, we have winners because it's special session is Speakathon. Let me test the confetti first. Oh, come on. Eh, just pretend you don't see it. Okay, so the second best speaker is, remember everyone, DTM Alvin. Okay, I need a help to someone to screenshot this.
I can help you. Can someone help me replace the spotlight?
Okay.
Right, I would say, yeah,
That's
I
awesome.
could resonate how the struggle of DTM Alvin finally building his own cup from scratch. He took a little bit from changing
Hello, thank
the
you.
content, and now look where he is right now. I would say Tangerang Toastmaster Cup. I would say a very
Oh,
successful.
T.
level.
Okay. For Tangerang, yeah. T for Tangerang.
3, 2, 1. Okay.
Thank you,
Thank you.
guys.
Hey, oh, we still have one more. Oh, come on. Okay. Toastmaster Cup. It's so. I mean, for me personally, yes, of course, you're a Toastmaster, you practice your own confidence. However, please balance it with a composure and humbleness and know your places anywhere. I do have the same story. I learned something the hard way, but Toastmaster Kaka already taught us the rest. So maybe you screenshot yourself. I don't know.
I'll
I
try.
can screenshot. I can
Okay.
screenshot. Okay. Okay. Take your best voice. Is it is it how to use voice? Okay.
I think it's
Shortcut.
inspired by Perunggu 33 kali.
Alright. Got it.
A very humble pose. Okay, next. Oh, the best evaluator. We have already two winners. It's TMU Jiawei from Dynamic Toastmaster Club. Woo! Okay, please. Okay.
Taking pictures in 3, 2, 1.
In such a short time, but I would say TMG EO Jiawei, they her give very well to us. Thank you from Dynamic Toastmaster Cup. And next, none other than the Liverpool fan itself, Toastmaster Andika. Personally, I love the way Toastmaster Andika evaluate. He gave a added value like how the structure of Toastmaster Taufik gave us her message, not her, his message, his speech. Okay, please screenshot it, Toastmaster Yani.
Taking pictures in 3, 2, 1. All right.
All right. All right. Now, my role now is done. And thank you to practice your democracy, to practice your votes. And I don't know where I have to pass the hot ball, Is it to the TOM or to cover? Or to our welcoming ambassador?
I could
Maybe
pass
I
it
think.
down to the welcoming ambassador.
Okay, now I would like to call welcoming ambassador Toastmaster Baby.
Hi. Thank you, Toastmaster Sultan. So, happy morning, everyone. So, this is my time. What I'm gonna do here is I noticed I haven't heard much from some people. So, I would like to invite one or two people here to have a chit chat with me and all the other members here, okay? So, first of all, I'd like to invite guest Astri. Are you available to speak? Guest Astri? Are you there? Okay, if not, maybe I'm gonna hear more from guest Arya. So after we had chit chat,
I'm available.
now I want to listen your voice. Okay. So how are you?
I'm doing great.
Okay. So after 2 hours meeting, almost 2 hours meeting, so how do you feel about our meeting?
So I think it's great, like everything. I, I just like, I wanted to take part on it, but of course I need to join first, and I highly considering it. And my impression from the meeting is like I could, I think I could make myself better in order for
Mhm.
me to just trying to talk myself out in something like this, and even trying to speaking speeches in some aspects, some subject that's pretty much being proposed, and I just wanted to, yeah, trying to have fun and trying to be part of Toastmaster.
Ah, lovely. So where did actually you hear about SGBD Toastmaster before?
The first time I hear it again is from Instagram. It's just popping up in my feed, and there is SCBD Toastmaster Club. I think it's pop up in my FYP, and yeah, it's just started from there.
Oh, that's so nice. So you made a quick decision to join our meeting first, right? After you saw our Instagram, right?
Yeah,
So you
true.
mentioned that you also want to be participate here. I believe there is no right time. So if you high considering about joining us, we are really welcome for it.
Thank you.
Okay, so looking forward. So next, we also have Gestoma. Hi,
Hello.
Gest. Are you available to speak? Okay.
Yes. Mm.
You mind to share how's your feeling about or your experience about our meeting today? Is it the first time you join SCBD Toastmaster meeting?
This is the second time to attend your session, and
Okay.
and your speeches are very high level, and actually my English speaking is not so fluent, and but your Toastmasters, but the Toastmasters technical speech to speak fluent English is very envious for me. I want to improve my speech. Uh, yeah, like you.
Oh, okay. But actually, I understand what you are talking about just now.
Mm.
So basically, I think it's not about good or not, but how we confident to deliver it. Because I believe there is no perfect English, right? Unless those who live in England. So yeah. One more question. I'm curious. You said that this is the second time you joined the meeting, right?
Yes.
What made you join this meeting again?
Uh, um, yeah, because actually, I will s- I will start my study in Europe this autumn. So and I must I must improve my speech, English speech, and okay, I found this Toastmasters club, and yeah, I think this is a good place to improve my speech. So I joined again.
Okay. Yeah, so this is actually a good thing for you too, because if you join the overseas one, it is easier for you to learn because you have no choice other than speak English, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you for coming and hope to see you again.
Thank you.
You, Gastama. So I leave it back. I hand it back to Toastmaster of the meeting. Thank you.
I think it's going to our club president, Toastmaster baby.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to take it from here. All right, before we leave, bear with me. I'd like to have some announcements. Okay. But first of all, thank you so much to all Activity Toastmasters Club members. Thank you for your support, for filling out the role takers, and to just be here and support each other. And also, thank you for visiting Toastmaster Clarence, Toastmaster Jiawei, and also, of course, to our guests. You are welcome to come again in our next week meeting. First, I would like to congratulate for our first time role takers. Please unmute yourself and say congratulations for Toastmaster Hanif, our Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Mita, and Toastmaster Nata, our first timer. Okay. Please give a round of applause.
Congratulations. Well done, Tohmaster
Congratulations,
Hanif,
Mr.
Tohmaster
Hanif,
Nita,
Toast
Tohmaster
Master
Nata.
Nata, Toast Master Nata.
Okay, thanks, Pat. Next, educational achievement. Myself, motivational strategies level 2. Toastmaster Sony, our VP, persuasive influence level 2. Toastmaster Topic, dynamic leadership level 3. Toastmaster Winda, presentation mastery level 4. And last but not least, Toastmaster Ellen, presentation mastery completed level 5, which means she also completed A1 pathway. A, congratulations, Lola.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, everyone.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
That's
Congratulations.
A. Wow, there's a kind of lost. Good. Okay, tomorrow there will be Division J contest. 9:30 a.m. until 16 at Perpustakaan Nasional RI. If you want to come, please come. The registration link would be on the screen. If you want to know more, you can contact our Division J director, Toastmaster Monica. And please support our members who are going to deliver their best in the contest as a contestant. Distinguished Toastmaster Alvin Kabar and Toastmaster Garda Widi Nuraga. Both of them are all of our past president of SBD Toastmasters Club. So, yeah, come and support them. All right. And next meeting, we will have SCBD anniversary meeting. Grow after the low. Still at the same Zoom link at 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. And not only that, we're going to have an offline anniversary, which is on the Saturday, the 25th February. Wait, it's not 25th February. It's supposed 25th of April, okay? There's a little bit of mistake. 25th of April, on Saturday, we will have 21st Activity Toastmaster Club anniversary. And it's going to be offline. And if you want to come, please, okay, edit it on the spot. Please come and register first on the registration link. Toastmaster topic as the OC also going to put the link on the chat box. So feel free to join if you are a member visiting Toastmasters or guest. Just join us, and it's going to be in the Jakarta area, which is in the central of Jakarta. Okay. And if you want to know more about the SCBD Toastmaster Club, or if you want to join us, feel free to contact Toastmaster Sultan, our Vice President of Membership. All right, I think that is all from me. Now, with the power vested in me, I would like to officially adjourn this meeting by saying, Happy morning!
Happy morning.
Happy
Happy
morning.
morning.
Good morning. Bye bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Happy morning.